Welcome back, everyone. What's going on? I'm actually NoochX, and we're back with another YouTuber statue skin. Today we have Nooch, or NoochM, whichever you want to call him. Yeah, people have been requesting Nooch for a very long time, and I'm glad to finally have this coming out, because he has a really awesome skin, and it was a lot of fun actually to design this. It's really interesting, really hard. There's a lot of, random things to it. So it was a lot of fun to design this, and ironically, we've had people really recently requesting this. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited for this as I am. So yeah, really good to have this coming out, and I'm really happy we finally got this out. So if you want to go check out his channel, Nooch's channel, link will be in the description. I've actually been watching his videos from time to time, so I can tell you that, yeah. He's got some pretty good videos, pretty good content. I would actually recommend going and checking him out. So, go check him out. Maybe subscribe. Hey, who knows? So, let's go ahead and get into the main portion of this video, though, of this outro, the tutorial. So, the dimensions. The legs are 8 by 4 by 12. The torso is 8 by 4 by 12. And the arms, they are attached or aligned with the torso, and they are 4 by 4 by 12. And the head is 8 by 8 by 8, and it has a wicked head effect all over the place here. My gosh, you can just see this thing all over the place. And I will get to that when we get to it. But those lengths are, or those dimensions are length by width by height. So, yeah, all that will be in the description as well if you want to skim over that. So, oh, before I get into this, I do want to mention one thing. This skin is actually, as far as I know, it's kind of... It's a skin, okay. Basically, the skin that he's been using currently has changed, and it's just in his legs. He has like these rainbow, I don't know if they're socks or leggings, but they kind of resemble cupquakes. Like, they're kind of like that, but just like a bit longer with all the rainbows and stuff. So, I mean, that's what he's been using right now, and I don't know if he's planning on keeping it like that, but nonetheless, this is the skin that he's used forever, and he's had for the longest time, so I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this. I'm debating whether putting screenshots and stuff of the rainbow legs at the end. I don't know. I mean, if it's at the end, then it'll be at the end. I mean, I'm still kind of on the fence about it, so I don't want to say it will be or it won't be. I'm just saying I'm on the fence about it right now. I just wanted to mention that. So, yeah, I mean, this is his skin that he's used forever, and this is his older skin. This is, like, probably the most iconic skin that he has, but, you know, that's why I wanted to do a tutorial on this. But I did want to mention that. I didn't want to forget, so, yeah. But, anyway, the front of his legs, or, you know, I guess his older legs, look like this. A lot of colors here. We got black and red there on the bottom for like the stripes. He had a lot of interesting colors on it as well. So the blue, on his skin, it may not look very blue. Like if you actually look at his skin, it may not look very blue, but this was the best substitute, at least without stained clay or anything for Xbox, because a lot of these colors are, you know, we're limited by the blocks we have on Xbox, but nonetheless. So he has like this black and gray pattern on his pants, as well as some endstone there that kind of fill that up. So the first side, or I guess the right side? Yeah, the right side of his legs. He kind of has this dual planing on him, so yeah, it looks a bit interesting. Maybe weird would be a word for it. But yeah, more black, white, gray, and it's going to be blue kind of all the way up. So, yeah. Really interesting dual planing, though, on him. Not too bad, though. So, here's the back of his legs. This is where colors kind of change up. The back of the legs are black and white, with, you know, white stripes. More blue there, as well as a black and gray pattern that go all the way up from that blue stripe, I guess, all the way up to his torso. So, really interesting pattern. It's not too hard, but, you know, if you take your time and you just kind of study it a little bit, it shouldn't, you know, be terrible. Alright, here is the other side. It's just mirrored. It's kind of like a rule of thumb when you're making a statue. The legs, like the side of the legs, usually if you make one side, it's going to be the exact same on the other side, so just mirror that right over. Alright, now, the torso. This is what I'm going to say right now is probably the hardest part of them. So, you have a lot of different colors here, and I will go through it slowly and try to explain everything that's here. Okay, so, yeah, because he had a lot of interesting colors on him, and it was really fun to design this, but this is what I came up with. So, the arms there, where his hands are, you have red and nether brick, that should be obvious, and it comes up to light gray. When you get to his, you know, his torso, the front of him, his chest, you have oak wood planks there, and the detailing inside there is endstone and sandstone. You have to look somewhat closely to see that, but you should be able to make that out. He also has some spruce wooden planks there because that part is a bit darker than the oak wooden planks, so he just has that random line of spruce wooden planks. Then you get to his shoulders, and it's more red and nether brick, as well as a little bit of sandstone and endstone that's kind of mixed on there. You should be able to tell it apart because, you know, the pattern is different and one's a little bit lighter than the other one, so yeah, I mean, that's what I was going for, because he does have that really interesting, that interesting color on his chest that really, there's no rhyme or reason, or there's no color we have for that, so that was about the best I could do. But so, yeah, he also has a little bit of line there on his pants that are black and gray, and, you know, obviously that part on top of him, the very top near his neck is all black. So, side of his arm here, is a lot simpler, but there's still some sandstone in there with the endstone. Same colors though, red, nether brick, should be able to make out that light gray and that one black dot. So, yep. Here's just the other side though. So, you can see it from a bit of a different angle. Now I'm going to get back here, I'm going to, you know, show this the best I can. It's going to be a little bit, should be able to show it, I mean. Alright. So, down there at the very bottom, you should be able to make out that black and gray stripe. I'm really trying to position this. It's really hard when statues are back to back like this. That's the only ones I don't like showing like this. So, gloves again, red nether brick line right there. I got some light gray coming up there. You have the sandstone and endstone there again, and then when you come to the shoulders, once again, red and nether brick. So, yeah, each arm is kind of the exact same on the back, but when you get to the back of him, holy crap! Colors just like, oof, it looks like, I don't even know, just colors all over the place. So, At the very bottom, you can make out, like I said, that black and gray. Then you have more oak wooden planks, a lot more end stone this time a lot more sandstone. Sorry, a lot more sandstone than end stone. You also have a couple more oak wooden planks mixed in there, along with some gray wool and some black. Also, some orange and brown get in there, as well as some Netherack. Which, that was because he has this one spot on him that's just like super red. And I will say this, if you are on the PC version and you're making this, I would recommend changing that Netherack spot to redstone blocks. Because redstone blocks are brighter than red wool. And those will pop, and that on him will pop a lot more than the Netherack. And I don't really like the texture of Netherack, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it's a good red, it's a decent red, but I would prefer not to use it just because it has a really weird texture, and building statues with it is kind of you know, there's too many other colors with it. If it was just a plain red, then it'd be okay, but it has a lot of those interesting things in it. That's why we don't build things like cobblestone and stuff. I mean, end stone's kind of iffy, but it kind of all blends a little bit, so I mean, there's kind of, you know, exceptions, but yeah, if you're building that on PC, change this Netherack square to redstone blocks. And this is another kind of rule of thumb. The other side of the arms are going to be the exact same as the other side, so both sides are going to be mirrored right across, just as the legs. So it makes things pretty simple. It makes things a lot easier when you just have to, you know, build them right back across. So where's the sun? It's setting yet? I think it's starting to set. So let's go ahead and speed through this. So here's the front of his face. This is where the weird hat effect, the wicked hat effect, comes into play. His whole face, everything is light gray. You can see that. His eyes are light blue. The eyebrows are gray. He kind of has this. The best way I can describe it is almost like a bulldozer, like mouth. Comes out one, as well as this thing on top of his head. I'm not really sure what to describe that as. It's just kind of like a man. I mean, I really don't know the word to describe that as. Kind of just like a rectangle. Pops forward, so connects forward here, comes on the top. We'll get to the top in a second. Another quick note is both sides are the exact same as well. So one side you're just going to do the exact same to the other side. So here is the left side of his head. The light gray wool extends basically the majority of his head's light gray. When you come to the back and the top, it's orange and yellow. But yeah, yellow here. You can see on the side of that hat effect. And there's a little bit of orange that creeps in there. I mean, not too hard. Again, this is one of those skins that has a hat effect that goes all the way around. And, you know, the reason why we cut off these corners here is because it looks a little weird. His face looks a little fat. Sorry, Nooch. If you connect all those up and you make it what it actually is on the skin. So, I mean, this was really the best we could do because of, you know, this is the best you can make it look. So, when you get to the back here, I actually punched out Beige Canadian. I'm sorry, Beige Canadian, for this. So here's the back of him. You can see the hat effect there and the hat effect there coming out. But it's all light gray here, and you're going to have two lines. You're going to have yellow, orange, and pumpkin, or jack-o'-lantern. We like using jack-o'-lantern because, well, it glows, you know, at night, and because I think this is sort of like fire. It's one of those situations where I would, you know, you probably want to use jack-o'-lanterns instead of pumpkins. But pumpkins work the exact same as jack-o'-lanterns. Jack-o'-lanterns just look cooler for the statue at night. So I would recommend using jack-o'-lanterns. Really long-winded answers. My gosh. I got food sitting in front of me. My stomach is just growling. So yeah. Same thing, like I said. This is the exact same as the other side. But if you want a screenshot, here you go. It's getting very dark. Very dark. So, here's the top of him. You got jack-o'-lanterns, orange, wool, and yellow, and just that light gray that comes all the way back. And that hat effect comes all the way back and meets the jack-o'-lanterns. So, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's not too hard, but like I said, when you get down to, like, you know, the torso and everything, that's when things get a little wicked and things might be a little challenging. It's from right there. But apart from that, he has a really cool skin, and it's worth the fight to put this in your world, because it just, I don't know, it just looks awesome apart from everyone else. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you guys have any requests for us, any other skins, any other YouTubers, go and throw it in the comments. We do Minecraft skins on Xbox, you know, from the skin pack. We do a lot of YouTubers, as you can tell. it's ever growing here. And we do mobs. We might do a mob next, I'm thinking, because we've done a couple skins again. We might, shoot back to a mob. I don't know, maybe a skin from the skin pack. It's kind of we got a lot of things to throw around, so along with the vehicle tutorials that we're doing. So yeah, if you guys got any requests for statues, leave them here. Shoot them in the comments, and we will see what we can do. So alright guys, that's it. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you for the next one.